It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. Of course, we want to remind you the Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. And of course, Eddie G's Cookies. That's right. If you want a cookie that is good, that tastes good, and ain't got all that other stuff that ain't no good for you in it, try Eddie G's Cookies. That's right. Go to eddiegscookies.com and place your order today. Get you some of that birthday cake and them snickerdoodles. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? You understand me? And you tell them that BHJ sent you. You hear me? I'm saying? Did I say that right? Who cares? Anywho, for my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so, and we will throw it up on the screen. And y'all know what's coming next. If you're one of them folks that wants to leave a question or comment that's indignant or ignorant in nature, it won't be seen on this screen. Matter of fact, here's what you'll get.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
With that being said, joining me on the program today is my cat from across the way, across the pond. I should have said Lake Michigan, Joey James, a.k.a. Double J, telling people what to say.
So it's Lake Erie for us, at least. And I wanted to just shout out.
No. It's not Lake Erie. They rezoned it.
Well,
so y'all gonna have to
the difference of you and I. Lake Michigan's on the west side of the state, so
west side.
Yeah,
don't start set
that's
tripping.
Lake Michigan here.
Okay, yeah, don't start set tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so I do want to shout out, of course, for those that are unaware, Megan and I got married in St. Lucia, and
shout out
Julianne Alfred for being the first gold medal winner from the island, but it's certainly not the last.
Oh, wow. Shout out to St. Lucia. They got gold medalists down there in the Lucia. Oh,
That's
my
right.
gosh.
Power of the Lucia.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, don't start that. Oh, we got another newcomer, or should I say old timer to the program. My man, D. Gully from the Colum Bus. I'm glad you could join us. The IT guy. I have no idea why. Gully, what it do, baby?
Don't buy any unripe bananas. You're not gonna be around long enough to eat them, you trick. Sorry.
Are you in a New York subway tunnel or something? I mean, what the heck was that?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, yes.
Oh my gosh, Mrs. Alva's weighing in already. We haven't even started the program, and here's Mrs. Alva weighing in, talking about, yay, let's go, St. Lucia. Well, I can imagine.
Let's go for Lucia. How y'all doing today?
Better than you. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Mrs. Alva, don't start with the Lucia, okay? You know what I mean? It's always a Spartan. It's got to always be a Spartan that got to come on here and start some type of trickerations or some stuff like that. I don't know what you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Before, we only got one item on the menu for y'all today. But before we get to that one item on this menu, that's NFL storylines, we got a few things we want to discuss. Actually, first of all, we're going to say here, we got a little breaking news. Simone Biles, the most decorated female gymnast in U.S. World Olympic history. Am I saying that correctly or incorrectly? I have no idea, because you know I'm not in the loop. I'm loopy, but not in the loop. Is retiring from this? You gonna let me talk, or you gonna talk? What would I mean? Are we taking turns here, or what we doing? Okay,
go ahead, bro.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad I got your permission, Aries. Anywho, she's retiring from the sport. Is this big news? No news? Gary Gnews or what?
It's sort of big, because even at 27, I think
she's in the prime.
Well, I would say, you know what, they actually, because the Olympics are every 4 years, and we give more, we do give a lot more attention now to the world competitions that happen between the Olympics. But
hold it. You giving credit to the world
competitions for gymnastics, because they compete against other world. They compete against the world, right? Exactly. Yeah,
gotcha.
I've always stayed giving credit to world champions in world competitions. That has never not been my position, sir.
I'm just saying, I don't know what your position is, okay?
See, before you go ahead, because since we nitpicking, I'm just saying, you got to take your clarity then.
I just wanted clarification, okay? But don't make me have to tell you to kiss the ass, okay?
Hey now. Just because everybody on the program is now booed up, don't be. You're getting all foxy now.
Oh man, please don't start that. Don't get ridiculous. Don't get ridiculous, because this is me always, with or without.
Okay. Well, now you say with. Now see. Listen. My point is, and I digress. No, you digress, but I didn't. Thank you, Double J, for letting me.
What you mean?
See, that's not what I said.
Oh my God!
Why would I tell people that? It's Saturday at 9, bro. You listen. This Saturday at 9, you did this. Everything that happens on Saturday at 9 is you. You did this. Okay. You did this, son.
All right.
Now, for the folks that wanted to hear my position on the question you posed, I say yes, it's somewhat of a big deal, because even at 27, the next Olympics should be like 31. Typically in the early 30s, that's where gymnasts, if I understand correctly, it's a big deal if gymnasts are still competing on the world stage into their 30s. My point is, this still is a bit early, so it is somewhat of a surprise. But for her to leave like for example, after 2028 games, she probably was going to be closer to retirement anyway. So she's kind of like just a little bit early. But congratulations for at least now the world can catch up, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Sort of like when Michael Jackson Jordan retired the first time, it gave everybody else a chance.
Yeah. I see that joke you made there, but listen, let me tell you something about Michael Jackson. While he was alive as an adult, of the albums he recorded and released, his worst performing album was Invincible, the one that came out in 2002. Do you know that album went 4 times platinum? And that was the worst that Michael Jackson can do. So I would tell you what, Michael on his worst day is what gets other artists their claim to fame. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, but wait a minute though. If it's 4 times, didn't that mean it went platinum? I mean, diamond or something like that?
No, diamond is 10 times.
Oh, okay, I got you. Diamond is 10 times.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that Michael's worst day, or Michael's worst release as an adult, he did it 4 times.
Okay, all right. Double J, what say you about Simone? Oh, but from my understanding, though, let me add a little bit more context to that. She's expecting the birth of her first child, so shout out to that. You know what I mean? And if you've got more medals than any other female gymnast, or probably any other gymnast, I don't know if I'm putting that properly, than everybody else. I mean, what a way to go out. You know what I mean? Go out when you want to go out on top or whatnot. You know
right.
What I'm saying? So I ain't mad at her. And you're expecting your first child. I mean, you couldn't write a better story. And I'm telling you, it's some type of made-for-TV movie coming in on the Simone Biles tip. I guarantee you that. Oh, and then too, I went to school, high school with her mother. I know her mother, her biological mother, very, very well. I do. So I'm pretty sure somewhere my girl, I'm not gonna mention her name here for all intents and purposes, but at the end of the day, though, I'm pretty sure she's somewhere and very proud of her daughter. So again, shout out to Simone Biles for putting it down. And I also want to chastise all of those tacky folks who had something to say about her hair not being pressed to the side of her hair. Something. She had a strand of hair that was kind of lifted. And folks, you just got to have something to say about everything now. Had a whole lot to say about her hair wasn't pressed to the side of her hair. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? What are you doing in your life? I'm just saying. Anywho, but yeah, shout out again to Simone. And then on the flip side, the WWE Super Slam is here in Cleveland, right? It's right behind you, baby.
You
Right
gonna let
behind
no
me,
one say
baby.
his thought? Hey, bro.
No,
Are you gonna let no one say his thought?
We should have said
You
what he
did-
said.
He
Oh my!
didn't say it. As soon as he was about to, you interrupted
It doesn't
by
matter what you think.
right.
I'm
He
sorry.
said as soon as he gave you the
I'm
floor,
really not.
then he tried to clout chase.
You win quickly. Less is more.
I tried to slap, but listen, I know you listen.
Rants
You gonna sit up
louder
there and get
over
the
here.
running off. You did your 4x100 relay running race too. I'm talking about somebody. You went 17 minutes. Somebody ain't say what they ain't get a chance to say. Go ahead, Double J.
Hope's
See what you
passed
got to
out.
say. All right. Yeah, paging Mrs. Alva. I did that on purpose, Ari. But anyway, go ahead, Double J. Say what you got to say.
Well, I mean, I don't think, like you said, there's the real reason behind it has nothing to do with social anxiety or any of the things that she had to deal with prior. Instead, it is about her development within her own career, which is the next steps in being a parent. And so wonderful. I think, again, what this does is it silences any naysayers for her being able to not only come back, but then also to lead the team to gold yet again without any of the extra background noise, if you will, this time around. So nevertheless, again, as you pointed out, SummerSlam right in your backyard. And we got the Punk match going on live right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Oh, and I'm gonna have a surprise for you guys tomorrow, Monday. I'm sorry, Monday.
Tomorrow, Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow, Monday. Anyway, yeah. Shout out to the SummerSlam going on. Just quick points, right quick. I know you all. Oh, that's right. Let me let folks know out there. Make sure y'all make sure you all tune in.
Time out.
Man, oh my gosh, what?
You said we had one topic today. You about to bring up the third.
We won't. I can tell you right now. Gully, have you been watching SummerSlam?
No, I participated in the baseball tournament. It was a memorial baseball tournament.
Oh man, stop lying.
Yeah, and so I was in that today.
Sandwich, the new chicken sandwich.
You missed out too. Manchester City was in your backyard, coincidentally against Chelsea, and that would have been pretty sweet. Obviously, I was just around the corner a mere week ago. And so, man, you missed out on some quality stuff. And again,
I bet
the crew as well, playing in that Leagues Cup as well. So, man, oh man, it's a good time to be in the CO Lumbus.
Yeah.
Yes, in Central Ohio.
I got a special guest for you all, possibly tomorrow, Monday. Like I said, the first time.
I appreciate that.
Secondly, for the folks out there in TV land, y'all want to check out the Turnbuckle Mondays at whatever time these guys decide to put down the popcorn and the peanuts. Then you know what I mean. So probably somewhere after midnight when y'all are sleeping. When you get up to wake up to go up to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you know, saying check your phone. They might be on.
Again, shout out to us as a collective. We have Twitter Premium. Shout out to everybody on X now. So
did we get our check? Did we get our blue check mark?
Have you logged in?
No, I have not. I'm logged off. How am I log in and I'm off? Oh, please. Anywho. So yeah, just get to. So I'm just gonna briefly go over to the WWE stuff. Again, you all can check out the Turnbuckle where they go and they dive into the whole kit and caboodle for 42 hours. You know what I'm saying? This is why the light bills ain't been paid. But anywho,
I'm done catching strays with you about the Turnbuckle, man. You know, what? On promo, man. I'm done catching strays from you, man.
I'm giving you out. What you doing? What you talking about? I'm giving you out.
I appreciate you. You hear it, Double J.
Oh, you lying like a rug right now. Stop lying like a rug.
Right now, Belly, yeah. Dom continues to win in and outside of the ring.
Oh, I was just going to say that. Don't stop stealing my thunder. That's a habitual line thunder stillerer. Anyway, yes. Dom, yeah, there you go. Disappear on that note. And they don't know people out there do not want to look at me for the rest of the program. But like I said, Dominic Mysterio turns on Rhea Ripley. Really? That's what we're finna do? That's what we doing here? That's unbelievable, man. It's so disrespectful. Anyway, Dominic
he turns on Rhea Ripley.
Yes, but guess what, though? You all special guest is here in my house this week, And
All right.
yes, and they called it before it actually took place. They said Dominic is getting ready to turn on Rhea, and sure enough, right there at the end, he helped Liv beat Rhea. And then, you know, we all saw what happened. If you're watching SummerSlam, you know, I think the way the stadium is set up, I think they could have did that a little bit better, man. Seems like they didn't they didn't make use of all the space on the floor. Or am I just being a hater?
No, it's because that Brown Stadium has always been rushed, and people who use that stadium rush it. And so what you're saying is kind of par for the course when it comes to the whole idea of that beautiful piece of real estate put together so tactically.
Oh my! Well, tell them how you really feel, why don't you? I'm just saying. Okay, well, anywho, again, you all can check out the Turnbuckle. They'll dive more so into a little bit further into the WWE Super Slam that's taking place here, and SmackDown took place Friday as well here on the shores of Lake Erie. Even though Double J say we split in time right now, he say, I say, but they say don't say it no more. All right, let's get the show officially started again. Let's do this one more time. All right, our NFL storylines are coming here to you, but you know what? Before we get into them, actually, let's take a little break. I need a 29-second timeout. I need a 20-second timeout, baby. Go get that merchandise. We got bucket hats, baby, at the shop report. Gully, stop laughing. It ain't funny. Everything ain't funny.
What it do, sports fans? It's your man BSJ from the shop report. And guess what? The shop is now open for business, baby. If you're on Facebook, go to our fan page, The Shop Report, click on More, and then Shop to view all products. Or if you're on Instagram, click on the Shop tab to see all our products. I mean, what you want me to do? I'm selling merch here.
All right. We are back. All right, let's get into some of these NFL storylines. First up, I think it's disrespectful of the Raiders to have this Kermit the Frog, Patrick Mahomes puppet. Pat Mahomes gonna have, and I like Antonio Pearson, what he done for the Las Vegas Raiders, and I get it. But Mahomes getting ready, they're gonna pay for that. You do not poke the bear, because we all can agree that Patrick Mahomes is Michael Jordan in cleats. Can we all agree on that? Or do we all agree on that?
Can we?
Well, you know, Michael Jordan played baseball, and baseball players wear cleats.
You know what? Yeah, anyway, Patrick Mahomes gonna have something to say about that doggone Kermit the Frog now. Where's Miss Piggy when you need her? Anyway, a California judge throws out a jury's verdict ordering the NFL to pay $4.7 billion for antitrust violations surrounding its quote-unquote Sunday ticket package. What say either of you about that?
They went shopping for the right judge. That was so crazy to me to see that.
Why?
Because it was as if the judge proofread. It seemed like the judge proofread a paper, and because of a grammatical error, they disqualified the content. That's
so whoa. So you think the NFL should have got?
Yes. I think the case was made successfly. But what happened was the judge one of the issues at hand was the fact that the judge disagreed with the idea that the juries came up with their own assessment of the monetary damages, separate from I want to say two of the, let's say, independent experts that had gave testimony during the trial. The jury they took a value of the Sunday ticket packages, and they considered that along with a separate package, and the math on their judgment was in relation to those two values, which were not the value, which came up to a number that was different from what the experts had mentioned. That that was one thing that the judge took issue with.
Okay, so are you suggesting then that the NFL is gouging fans even more? Is that what you're suggesting here?
I'm saying that I don't necessarily know that even more. I think the case was argued successfully. That when the NFL lost, when the jury found the NFL liable,
Right.
I think it was argued successfully at that point.
But they found a loophole in the paper,
That's
basically in the verbiage.
that's what I'm saying. He
Okay.
reread the paper, and because
You didn't dot
you
your
submitted
T or cross your I.
yeah. You submitted a paragraph that was 3 sentences when paragraphs are standard to be 5. So you know what? That content we just gonna dismiss. So we're gonna throw it out.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So the NFL wins again based on how they've been winning since 1920, their inception. They're on some bull.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
it's a product and it's
hold that thought. I'm getting a comment here on my phone. They're saying, love the show. Why are we looking at Jay, who got a face for radio, instead of the other two guys? I mean, that's what I've been saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even know why I just read that because it caught me off guard. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, I just, you know what I'm saying? Stuck my own self here. Like, why are we looking at Jay, who got a face for radio? Where's everybody else at? I mean, look, I've been asking that same question, but whoever you are, that just let me, don't ask no more questions because you caught me off guard with that one. But this is a question that got out there because I wanted the same. I got the answer. I got the same questions. But anyway, go ahead, Gully. Oh my gosh, really? Did y'all just say that? I just read that. Wow, got me, didn't you? Got him. Okay, so silence envelops the room. I mean, what are we doing here? Am I playing the Jeopardy music or what? You want to finish your thought on that? I mean, that shouldn't. Are you so enamored by that that you just, silence sometimes speaks the loudest?
No, go ahead, Double J. Get him.
Okay, you ain't gonna get nothing. This ain't the turnbuckle. That's Monday, Sunday.
I mean, I would say they're going to re-challenge it. And
who? The people?
They being the group that presented the lawsuit. So just because it was thrown out, they're going to take it to a different court. So this one, don't be surprised if basically they will go back and forth until it reaches the Supreme Court.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. The new kickoff rule made its debut in the Bears versus Texans Hall of Fame game. Are you thoroughly confused? As am I.
I think it sucks.
Yeah, it makes.
I think you coincidentally to do that in a game that featured, again, being the Hall of Fame game with a Hall of Famer that is none other than Devin Hester.
Whoa! Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. What you saying about D. Hester now? Hold up. I need to make sure I get clarification on the situation.
Well, you can kiss people like Devin Hester goodbye for the future of the Hall of Fame because they will cease to exist based on the way that they're with this new rule.
Okay, and speaking of kick returners, how come we never mention the human joystick? Why is Dante Hall not in that conversation? With all due respect to Josh Squibb.
Here's the thing. Dante Hall falls in, like, I think number 7.
Who are the
on the list of all time in terms of touchdowns?
Okay, and whoa. Who are the 6 ahead of him? Gale Sayers, maybe. Josh Cribbs, okay.
Hester,
Devin Hester, okay.
Right. So again, another list. But I was on a hang with Dante Hall for Texas A&M, of course, his alma mater.
Yeah.
I want to say versus Alabama, and so he does seem to unfortunately get forgotten. He was a phenomenal player, though.
Yes, no question. Yeah, I'm with you, Double J. The new kickoff rule stinks. This is one of the things I think they took from the UFL, is it? Mm-hmm. As did the NBA took stuff from the ABA, the 3-point shot, the dunk.
Yeah, but they're going to continue.
But those are things that were okay. There was things that you helped to cultivate the game. This new kickoff rule is asinine. Sorry, can I say that on national television? Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, because asinine means stupid.
Oh wow!
It's not talking about a rear end and 9 or more of them. It's talking about asinine.
Really? You had to add context to that? Like folks out there didn't know what you meant by that? We didn't need a definition. We didn't need the C.O. Lumbus version. Go ahead, WJ. What were you saying about the kickoff rule?
No. I mean, again, it's
Ain't much you can say, huh?
No, it's boring, and I get it if you're trying to save face with safety, but at that point, it's just that boredom portion of it is going to only assist in getting it phased out.
So we got airbags on the helmets, on top of airbags on the helmets, possibly, and the new kickoff rule. Way to go, not
Remember,
for long.
you're 2 generations
many
away
kicks?
from being able to normalize, right? We talked about flag football potentially being an Olympic sport. And so at that point, if that becomes the norm, right? Oh, this is how we transition to a much safer and potentially more offensively appealing game. And what that means is higher salaries because it's only skill positions, right? Now you phased out the entire line concept. And
if they do, I'm okay with flag football being an Olympic sport as long as it's retired players, like Ice Cube's Big Three type of deal. You cannot use. There's no way Patrick Mahomes, because that's been going around on Facebook here lately. There's no way Patrick Mahomes isn't playing no flag football in the Olympics after a season or before a season. There's no way.
Well, wait a minute. How many kickoffs were returned in the game on Thursday?
I don't know.
How many actual returns did we see?
Oh, you talking about like you're not talking about like kickoff return for a touchdown. You're just talking about just caught and returned maybe
one that was
yards or 15 yards.
Correct. Where basically the ball remained in play.
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to all of that. I didn't see all of it. I caught bits and pieces and portions and parts. But you're asking the question, and I'm sure you got some type of answer.
Well, that was the whole point. If there was action behind it, because you're right. Even though the rule is it is rather confusing, but the idea of it is most of the kickoffs that were played last year were just fair call. So it was almost as if you just gonna fair catch it all the time, then you might as well just start it at the 20. This one here at least allowed that action to happen.
Yeah, because that's how it used to be once upon a time. You started out you started out at the 20. If it was fair call, right? Yeah,
yes.
At least,
well, no. If it's fair call, it's play starts from where the ball is down. But I'm saying like if it's in the end zone.
In the end zone, right, in the end zone. Yeah, that's how it was in the 80s. I know that for sure. Yeah, that's right, folks. Please, whatever you do, don't buy any ripe bananas. Please. It's bad for your digestive systems. Okay, I got you, WJ. I seen that in the private chat. Yeah, man. So I mean, hey, listen, the kickoff rule stinks. Do you think? Wait a minute. Whoa. Excuse me. The NFL committee meets on such matters every so many years, right? If this new kickoff rule fails to accomplish what they all envisioned when they implemented it, can they go back before the selected time or you get what I mean? Well, I don't know how many years it is for can they go back and amend this thing like mid-season?
I think mid-season would be hard to do, but after the season.
Yeah, I said mid.
I think you said ahead of their.
Yeah, ahead of the scheduled time to go back and look at rules and rule changes and such.
I would hope that anything would be allowable. Like, I hope that anything would be allowable. Like, whereas you just basically saying, hey, no matter what, even if everything is good, we just agree to, remember the company we used to work at, we had a requirement to review certain things every 2 years, no matter what. So even if it's everything good, every 2 years, you just got to say everything is good. So that way we at least have a set of eyes on it.
Yeah, check in. And speaking of which, guess who I ran into at the gas station today, Gully?
Tom Murphy?
No, don't really? You almost got cut off.
Hey, that's my guy, man.
Oh, okay, that's your guy, but he almost got hit in the eye by this guy. I shouldn't have said that. Oh my God.
No, you shouldn't have.
Okay, anyway, I ran into Neville Clark, man. Him and DeLisca.
What, man? Yes. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I ran into Neville. He was like, man, welcome, boy. He's Jamaican.
Welcome, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, back up off me. You understand what I'm saying? And get your pork rinds, baby. Anyway, I don't mess with that stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, this new kickoff rule, man, it really does. It stinks. I'm sorry, it stinks. A lot of the rule changes the NFL done came up with here lately stink. Okay. The only thing they can do, in my opinion, to recover from all this stink or stench is to implement that 18th game and do as Joe Burrow suggested, 2 bye weeks. Who you clapping for, Double J? Can we get an update? You over there clapping? I mean, this guy with the monkey with the cymbals. What's going on here? Don't get caught.
Tigers just tied in the bottom of the 11th with no outs and a runner on third, so they could bring it home. They were down 3-1 in the bottom of the 9th, and again, they have a bunch of kids up now. The future is very bright, considering they were sellers at the deadline. We're in commercial break right now on the WWE side. They did do a promo for their new cards, and Redneck Brawl is.
Hey, and if you're into the WWE, the game 2K, the 2K24, the grab, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get it for my daughter. You know, she's been clamoring here for that. Whatever. Hey, you know, right quick, let me give me an update. Did Logan Paul win? Did he beat LA Knight?
I actually tell you right now.
Oh my gosh! Don't tell me he did, because I know.
Yo, Ohio gotta stay home. He has to. I mean, I would be shocked. It would be a swerve. I mean, that would be great. That would be great for content purposes. If
just like Liv Morgan retaining her title after.
But none of those guys are from the Cleveland metropolitan area.
Man, who cares about
Logan Paul is?
Oh man, this ain't Gotham City.
Logan Paul is no. You got to understand some of the promo for SummerSlam directly correlated. You know, directly referenced Logan Paul being from Cleveland. SummerSlam in his backyard, that sort of thing.
Right, got you. Right, okay.
So again, Braun Breaker is your new IC champion. And
shout out to B-Break, baby.
Your new U.S. champion is LA Knight.
Yeah,
really,
LA Knight, baby, yeah.
Yo,
LA Knight, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's great.
That's fantastic. So Braun Breaker and LA Knight are new.
LA Knight, baby.
Hey, watch this, barbershop, watch this. Braun Breaker and LA Knight are new mid-card champions.
What?
Oh, God, I almost swore on this show.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna do that. I knew he was gonna do that. I knew he was gonna do that. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all check out the turnbuckle, because I can tell right now it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be all the way lit. Yeah. Double J, that was real disrespectful of him, wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? But every other time when he get to doing what he normally do, this is the button I have to hit for you too.
My body,
TJ, where you at, baby?
my body and me.
This guy right here. This guy. Anywho, all right. Yeah, so shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? LA Knight doing his thing. Logan Paul came out with Machine Gun Kelly. You think that's the reason why LA Knight won?
Is anyone, Gully, are you surprised by Bailey losing to Nia Jax just quick off the rip, right off the cuff?
Well, no offense to Nia Jax, but she looks like a bear.
Oh,
no offense. See, listen, the no offense tells you already is about to be some disrespectful fighting words behind it.
Hey, why don't you just stay with us on Monday?
In the history of the preface, no offense, I have never not been offended by what follows. No offense, but I have never not been offended. Listen, the biggest lie, other than when people be like, I'm okay. The biggest lie is when people be like, no offense, and then people be like, none taken. Like, nah.
Bruh,
And first of all, let me tell you something.
First of all, I should have prefaced it by saying I like Nia Jax.
Listen,
I do.
You're not about to do that, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a super middleweight champ. No, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a super middleweight champ, and I'm gonna just leave it at that, okay? Don't worry about that. I'm a super middleweight champ. Okay, don't worry about that.
You know, he hasn't been wearing his belt lately, Mr. Champ.
All my life, I've been super middleweight champ. Okay, so I'm not gonna let you disrespect super middleweight champions out here. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Bailey didn't have no business being in the ring with Nia Jax. See?
Really?
Just saying.
Wow.
I mean, come on, bro. I like Nia Jax. I do. You know what I'm saying? The bloodline is Samoan. I'm down with all of that. But when I seen
I
Nia
can't
Jax get
tell
in the
based
ring,
on what you just said.
well, what you want me to do? Lie? People come to see us because they know we're gonna tell the truth. We don't lie. There's
Eh,
truth. There's 2 O's, 1 F. Truth.
You
Okay,
know,
that's what we do here.
listen,
Man.
lies of omission never get found out either.
Okay,
And
so
you
what
could have
do?
omitted the bear comment.
Oh my gosh. So what do now? Would you
Diamond
maybe
Dallas Page in Cleveland. Actually, that
what?
looked like Buff Bagwell was with him.
Really?
Oh wow. Okay, well, it's
Oh,
really going.
that's yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
they
if he
should
get, oh man, if we can get a diamond cutter from him, that'd be crazy, bro.
bro, they should have did a better job with that setup though. They should. And then the camera, whoever's panning to the empty seats, that's 452 million meters up in the sky. Stop doing that. If you're gonna camera pan, man, then make it on the ones where the seats got fans. Okay, did that make sense? Probably not, but I'm just saying, yeah, because that's unbelievable. Yeah, but shout out again to LA Knight,
No,
baby.
actually, that's one of your more cogent, eloquent soliloquies. Ooh, look at that!
Oh,
Look at that! What I just said.
let
Drink
me
some
sip.
water.
Yeah, let me sip on something because that was ridiculous. And then he adds in with the, you know what I'm saying, the big Chuck and Lil John laugh. Anywho, the cheat.
I gave him a compliment that he couldn't even understand. That's crazy, bro.
I understood it. I just wasn't trying to acknowledge it. Okay.
Mm.
Because I already know something else coming behind it. You didn't mean it.
Fire.
Okay. The cheat motion. Can we get back to some of the NFL storylines, please? The cheat motion remains legal within NFL rules. So right now, I got 2 words for you.
Wait a minute.
Tyreek
Are you
Hill.
sure about that? That same
Yeah.
motion? Wait a minute.
Yes. The cheat
No,
motion remains
no.
legal within NFL. Yes, it does.
No,
Yes,
it does not.
Yes,
No,
it
it does
does.
not.
Okay, bro, I just looked it up yesterday. Now, unless they change something within 24 hours, then you help, please enlighten us all.
Yeah, that was the whole idea that he has to come to a complete stop.
But
Unless he lines up behind it, where basically he lines up at halfback. He can't run to the line like he was doing.
yes, he can, bruh. As long as he goes in motion, Tyreek Hill, because this is what the whole idea of this thing being questioned was surrounding Tyreek Hill. Because McDaniel put Tyreek Hill in some situations that I thought he was gonna get 2,000 yards. I really did receiving. I really did. But anyway, Steve Hockley specifically stated that they're not going to be calling that. Y'all forget forget all of that. The NFL said no, that's not illegal. You can run down in motion as long as you don't turn towards the line of scrimmage prior to the snap. Then he can run across the formation all the way really to basically till he get to the other sideline, and then turn upfield and be gone. It's legal, bro. It's still legal. It remains, again, quote, end quote, a legal motion within NFL rules. Now, who you believe, me or the NFL? I'm just saying. Are you somewhat bothered by that, Gully? I mean, what? It was going to mess up your parlay or something? Or your party?
No. But it was the way it was explained was that the rule specifically affected in the articles that I've seen, it affected the teams like the Dolphins, the 49ers, and I want to say the Eagles, who were frequent challengers or testers, if you will, of the rule.
But why would the Dolphins challenge the rule when the rule was even questioned because of what Mike McDaniel was, how he was using
when I
Tyreek
say
Hill?
challenge, is basically the rules that allow legal formation. What they did last year in the league, what they did was legal, and essentially the way that they would have and be able to move Tyreek Hill, he essentially had a running start
exactly
to the
towards
line.
the line of scrimmage, right?
Right. In which case, by the time the ball was hiked, he was already fully in this motion. He was already upfield. He was already running upfield, if you will, as soon as the ball was hyped. Whereas you might see a lot of players, they'll go, but they can run behind the line as long as before the ball is hyped.
Right.
They're not already in movement upfield. So they do have a bit of a running start, but the way that they were using it, Tyreek Hill essentially would be able to be run. He'd have a couple of steps already going forward before the ball gets hyped. So he's already at full speed before the runners can get there.
Exactly. And that's why other teams are like, wait a minute. We talking about Tyreek Hill, a guy who has an advantage, whereas a defensive back has two disadvantages if he's already running to the cheetah now. You're giving a cheetah
Right.
a running start? Oh, absolutely. That's got to be unfair.
Well, but we've seen this in things like Arena Football League and such in the past, and that was one of the draws to it historically as well.
Exactly.
So, again, you can counter that technically from a defensive standpoint with just not pressing coverage at the line, or in some cases you would see in Arena Football League they really would kind of lay the lumber right. Again, this is where physics truly comes into play, and the right shot could send someone left or right, no different than my terrible example there, and so
or into the stands.
Right, and that again, Arena Football still exists for those that don't remember. It's not just on ESPN 8 The Ocho. It is still on like CBS Network, and there's just a handful of teams remaining.
Bro, I'm down with Arena Football. It's been around longer than most folks expected it would be.
Yeah,
or that it should be. You know what I mean?
And again, I think these changes that you kind of pointed out, whether you drew some parallels to the NBA with the ABA and that type of thing, it actually starts catering long term towards products such as that that were meant to be different and somewhat of ecosystem kind of disruptors, and yet by way of things like CTE and that type of stuff, it's opened the door. And so I think again, I think the NFL themselves, especially with this AFL type of agreement and adoption that they've made, it's reiterating that there is somewhat of a harmony in a healthy balance to them all being in existence beyond just the college game, which of course is, again, whether you love NIL or hate it, it's
here to stay.
Well,
yeah,
right.
It's
But
not
that is being viewed, certainly has, it feels like the political climate, very, very, indifferent of one another.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the NIL is here to stay, bro. It ain't going nowhere, and it shouldn't. You know what I mean? Because actually, you got a lot of catching up to do, to tell you the truth. Because the folks that had been making money all this time up until, yeah, but that don't mean that some cases in certain scenarios and situations, a few folks wasn't getting paid under the table. I'm just saying, now it's official. Just like the recreationals. I'm hearing that here in Ohio. I was getting ready to start this week. Oh my gosh, can you imagine it? We getting ready to be Colorado. Cleveland, Colorado. That's what I'm just saying. Okay.
Given the if it's one less opportunity, by way of decriminalization for a lot of, they're going to have to find more creative ways to meet quotas.
Oh, trust and believe. It's definitely some technicalities that folks need to be aware of, because they will try to technicalize you, send you to jail. Okay, if you don't know what that is going on with the rules. That's all
know
I'm trying
the
to tell
rules.
You. At the end of the day, the cheap motion. I don't know how you really. I think with or without is how you can't. There's no way to even stop Tyreek Hill, really.
What do you mean? Again, we just talked about the contact that you could make at the line. It's not like this
is Tyreek Hill we talking about, bro.
Yeah, but how? So
what if they don't put him on the line? What if they play him 2 or 3 yards off the line and just line him straight up? Okay, let's say he has to be stationary. He has to go in motion and then stop. But if he's 2-3 yards off the line, even though the defensive back is on the line, this guy's footwork, once the ball is snapped, he 1, 2, 3, he gone anyway. So I don't think it makes that big of a difference with Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? Maybe Anquan Bolden, it might be a big deal, even though he ain't in the league no more. I'm just throwing an example. Those type of receivers, you know what I mean, who are not fleet of foot. Did I say that right? Ooh-wee. almost lost a couple teeth right there. A couple chiclets almost
Well,
came
speaking
out.
of Tyreek Hill, he just restructured his deal, 4 years, 106 million guaranteed.
Whoa. Ooh, and on that note, we're gonna take another break, baby. We're gonna get some Eddie G's cookies in here. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you're on your way to grandma's house. Get some of them Eddie G's, boy. There's snickerdoodles and a birthday cake. And we'll be back talk about Roger Goodell and Frank Schwab's NFL power rankings. Don't touch it.
I'm Jordan Gudeman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eddie G's Cookies. I was first diagnosed with a nut allergy when I was young. At the time, there weren't a lot of labeled items that said if there may contain nuts or there are nuts in the food, so my brother and sister and I baked a lot at home, and we enjoyed treats from mixes and things like that, but I noticed that it was not the same as what my friends were enjoying, and I started making up my own recipes. When it was time to pick a career, I decided to start a bakery so I could share my treats with everybody else. When I started creating my recipe, I was taking in all the things that I thought I was missing out on. A soft, chewy center, a crisp outside crust, and a taste that is just like it came out of the oven at a bakery. When I put all those things together, I had come up with a recipe for a dream cookie. Eddie G's Cookies only uses the finest ingredients. We have all natural flavorings, no preservatives, and every cookie is made in a nut-free environment. The best part about Eddie G's Cookies is that they can be delivered right to your door. You can share them or not. We won't tell.
We are back. That's right. Go to eddiegscookies.com and you can get them on Amazon. I don't even know if I should be saying that, son. All right, I'm going to stop doing that right there. But anyway, eddiegscookies.com. Place your order today and make sure you tell them the BSJ sent you. Roger Goodell asked NFL owners to set aside August 27th of 2024 for potential meetings in order to discuss teams being allowed to sell a portion of the franchise to private equity funds. What's up with that? And why is that not really being discussed? That's a big deal, I believe.
Well, it's interesting. I was on a Zoom with another CEO, and he actually was very candid in saying two things: that private equity and accountants would be the death of a company.
So, whoa.
Yeah, he was very candid in his response. It was very eye-opening for me to hear. And
so this could gut the NFL from the inside out. Is that what that sounds like?
Well, again, what you do is look, we've called these toys, these franchises, for,
of course, owners,
correct,
and players, and commodities.
When you go down this avenue, right? Because historically, we have not seen the teams being sold to collectives, right? They've been, you know who owns the Cowboys. It's Jerry Jones. You know the McCaskey family.
The Haslams.
The Haslams. You can put a face / a name with the name of the ownership. When you start selling essentially to an ownership group, where it's again a handful of people. We've seen this more recently. For example, now it's going to be Washington Commanders, and you've heard a handful of names being thrown around, but usually it's only a couple people. This is where it becomes a very slippery slope, because what we've seen is that again, speaking of things like inflation, the valuation of the organizations as a whole across the board, right? This is why the Boston Celtics, who had recently switched ownership groups, are now looking to actually sell, because they realize this is the peak valuation they could get.
Like the housing market type of deal. Yeah.
Correct. No different than that Carvana commercial with the Dax and Sarah Marshall, whatever her name was. And so, for them, what makes this really interesting, you have to answer to these people. And what becomes very kind of scary is obviously it was already a very painfully obvious for-profit model. But when you talk about the players themselves and in the CBAs, and historically we've always kind of said they get a raw deal anyway, or not a large enough.
That was going to be my next question. How does this affect the players in the collective bargaining agreement?
Well, I mean, technically it's not, because the process, right? It's just an additional owner, or in this case, a group. If you're a minority, if you own a minority stake, your voice can be heard, but it doesn't necessarily require anyone to do anything.
Right.
Like, your 30 seconds is up. We'll see you next week.
Depending on your percentage of ownership, you get a seat at the table, so to speak. But you really don't really have a say. So you got to be silent.
But right now, what's happening in Europe is a lot of American ownership groups have been buying Premier League teams, and what is scaring, we've seen Ryan Reynolds go and buy a team in Wales, of course, with Wrexham, but they also bought a portion of a team in Liga MX, which is Nihaka. And you may say, well, why would they buy them specifically, or at least a portion of them?
Right.
And again, it's not so they can transfer people and have an academy system. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that Liga MX is somewhat on a collision course for some kind of combination similar to the AFL and NFL at one point in time with MLS. And at which point, right, we're headed there now with the World Cup. And so they've already abolished the promotion relegation that used to exist in Mexico. And that's the fear in Europe, is that these ownership groups are going to say, this is not the best way for us to make money. And so instead, we're going to cap it and say Premier League stays with these 12 teams. Everyone else stays where they are, and take it or leave it. And then
but that sounds like that's bad for business, though.
It's terrible for business. Again, competition in business is a great thing because it requires thought. It requires innovation. When you take that away, it is then therefore the absence.
It causes stagnation.
Yes. So by allowing these groups in here would be fantastic for the bottom line across the board. And Goodell, I wouldn't say he's the biggest forward thinker, but he is always fixated.
Well, if you look at his forehead, you would think he was forward thinking. My gosh, could drive a nail through. Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot we were still live. What'd you say?
And so what this allows is them to say, look, you can sell right now a small percentage across the board uniformly. And what this can do is essentially everyone at this point has been, for the most part, in the league, with the exception of maybe 2 ownership groups.
Right.
This would give them an opportunity to get back, arguably for most, more than they invested.
Well, that's a win-win.
Sounds like in the short term. But what happens? What happens? So there's clauses, for example, without saying
revealing too much. Yeah,
I've been a part of deals that have hey, if you expire before I do, I can get the first opportunity to buy the majority.
Oh, whoa.
Now,
well, I'm not signing it. I'm not signing that.
You may not. You may not want to at that point. But if I'm buying in, I have no intent of staying comfortable with 4%. We're going to want more. It's just a matter of when. Yeah. And so this is where it gets very interesting, because we're seeing the privatization as it pertains to homes.
So, okay, but then let me ask you this. Can we get in on something like this?
So
if we had to put a group together,
like
the common man buy a stake in the lowest NFL
that's the
franchise.
Green Bay Packers currently, and that's where it becomes very dangerous, because they are the community. They are the exception to this whole thing.
Yeah, the Packers are
when
the only
give a private equity
team
company
in the NFL
some interest in the Packers. What do you think they're going to want over time? The majority. At which point, now those CBAs that are already lopsided, you're letting players and a guy of your choosing be their mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Well, 40% seems a little high. Let's go to 38. Let's get rid of the kickoff. We don't have the kickoff anymore. We don't, really need. Maybe these rosters at 53 are a little high. Maybe we cut them to 40.
Yeah, but whoa, that's when you okay. Stop right there. Rosters, they need to add more players to the rosters already.
Not from where I'm sitting, right? Which is the skybox.
Listen, you telling me a 53-man roster in the NFL is a good thing?
Well, look, if
55,
again, this is the beauty of the practice squad, right? We'll just shift it, and by having you as a practice squad member.
Yeah, but
on a two-way deal, i.e., the NBA, I can sign you for $100,000 versus a veteran minimum of maybe $450,000.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing, though.
You got to understand, they are going to psychoanalyze every single detail.
I know that,
and they're going to squeeze the orange until it is sour.
But if I'm the Browns, for instance, and as a player I really like. But I got to choose between two players I like, but I got to choose between this guy and that guy. So I send one guy to the practice squad. He's not protected. Any other team can snatch him. And then the Detroit Lions
under its current adaptation. And truthfully, why would you care?
Because if that guy,
that's deemed the commodity piece, right?
What if the guy I decided to keep
your first round draft pick's not on the practice squad? Your second round pick is not on the practice squad.
Yeah, but guess what though? A guy, how many first round draft picks have we seen crap the bed?
At which point, and now you could get rid of them altogether, right?
Okay, but I'm saying though, the one guy we siphoned to the practice squad gets snatched by the Detroit Lions and turns out to be Brock Purdy.
But again, the guy I decided to keep turns out to be from a X's and O's. You're not looking at it from a red and black bottom line. That's your problem as a head coach that you have to deal with. Look, we gave you 40 options. You should have kept the 40 players that were protected. The other 14 that we've now moved to the practice squad. Remember, so technically, yes, you're still at a 53-man roster, but we just saved about $5 million by moving them to the practice squad.
Yeah, but
because it changes the rules. Now we could say, hey, by the way, Mr. Quarterback, that means you guys can actually make a little bit more, right? See, let's make you fight over that smallest crumb as best we can. And then
but the fan, the TV deals and all of that stuff that's upcoming and all of that kind of listen.
What about them?
There's no salary cap in NFL,
we have one interest. We have one interest. It's not about wins or losses.
Well, then what is it about then?
It's about profitability. We could care less.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Every bit of what I just said, which was as stone cold as it gets, is once you open that door, what you knew, your fandom should have died with it.
Well, mine's died a long time ago.
Well, sure. And,
I told
again,
you
this would only, at least Jimmy and D, you know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what they do. I don't care about philanthropy. That just means I have too much money and I have a guilty conscience.
So, okay, again, how do we get in on this? Or can we get in on this?
Well, there are teams around you, right? If you think this is a trend, I'm going to point out some things here. Who's the MLS's biggest competition? The USL.
Yeah.
Detroit City just had their game on TV. A few years ago, they put up shares for sale. They are community owned. They may have a couple majority owners, but they are community owned, true equity. Right now, teams in that same league, such as Orange County, selling shares. Premier League teams like Bournemouth selling shares. You want equity, it's out there. But get it before it is too late. Now, there's, again, at your own risk, don't bet the rent. It's meant to be a long-term play, and it has risk-reward to it. But if you think, hey, these leagues are all going to stabilize and they're there is means for a healthy ecosystem, then naturally it would be a good long-term benefit. You pass that down to someone. Hey, there's the guy that still owns a piece of this thing that's now worth $50 million, $100 million. If their franchises are worth $4 billion, what happens if you do a fraction of that in market penetration?
Well, and on that note, we're gonna take another break. We'll be back in a minute 8. Don't go nowhere. Put it down. Coming right back, baby.
It's Kate Cunningham, and you watching the Shop Report. I'm Harvey Diallo, and you watching the Shop Report. My name's Chris Murray, and you're watching the Shop Report. You're Jay Knight, you're watching the Shop Report. Max McKee, you're dropping in on the Shop Report.
Barbershop Jay, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Hi, I'm Mars Man. We're from Mercury Stadium, and you're watching the Shock Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching the Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doug Flynn of the New York Mets. Well, a few other teams, of course, too. And you're watching the Shop Report.
I'm Matt Ramos, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? I'm Rajay Davis, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? This is Nelson Figueroa, former Major League pitcher with a lot of teams. You're about to listen to the Shop Report.
Hey, this is Howard Johnson. You're watching the Shop Report.
All right, we are back, and we're going to close things out with Frank Schwab's NFL Power Rankings. I know you all want to take a good look at that. Hey, you know what we ought to start doing, man? Instead of doing our review, preview, whatever it is that we do every other upcoming NFL season prior to and all that other good stuff, let's do like a pick 'em each week. Seeing how we come on Saturdays now, we just, pick our first, starting with the first week in NFL, we take our games, we pick them, projections and so on, and who we think going to win type of deal. We just go down the list week by week.
Yeah, and for those that are watching again, we have a new heavyweight champion in Gunther, victorious over Priest. It looks like the Judgment Day, as Gully has said for quite some time, as we knew it, will be ceasing to exist.
So
Judgment Day has come.
Wow. Day. Oh, wow. Here we go. Oh, this guy right here weighing in. Oh, my gosh. Rob Billy. You all don't want to know who he really is. Okay.
Hey, our host, he'd be there in a heartbeat.
Come on, BSJ. Join me in the Packer community. Become a shareholder. Absolutely not. It won't happen. Absolutely not. Double J, don't show that comment. Don't do that no more, okay? Anywho, let's get right into this NFL's power rankings. That's right, baby. 32 times. You understand me? Shout out for it. There it is. Right there. Let me see if I can get another.
There we go.
Is that better? You like that?
Yeah.
No, not really. Because look.
Hang on. Here we go. Let's check this out. Oh, it bumps us up. I like that.
Oh, okay. Got you. Oh, that's kind of slick. All right. That's the new. He's never leaving Cowboy. Doc, you know what? Either you're going to come on the show
or you're fired, Doc.
Oh, please stop. Don't show his comments. He on commental probation. All right. I'm just saying. Oh, please. Anywho, let's get. Oh, really, Double J, stop touching the buttons. This dude right here, man. This is what I had to go through on a regular basis. This is really ridiculous.
Also, the last one was Howard Johnson, Hojo, Mets Hall of Famer, was in that drop.
Of course. Was he? No way. All right.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's get into some of this. All right, here we go. We got the NFL. This is Frank Schwab's version, of course, courtesy of my man Grant Thomas of Yahoo Sports. Here are the NFL's power rankings. All right. And let's see. Just from the first glance, Double J, do you have a problem with what his power rankings?
I bet you do.
Oh, of course I do. This is not a program. It's not the Shop Report. If I don't,
so
me, baby.
I do have a glaring issue. I think there's a few that he must have been drinking the Lucia on. The first of which is, the Gully's favorite team, the Buffalo Bills. And then, of course, I actually would like to see the Houston Texans moved a little bit higher.
Rob, well, mind you, now this is a Packers fan. This is a legit. Listen, man, this dude got
Get him,
Packers
Doc.
stocks.
Get
He
him,
got
Doc.
season tickets. Yeah, Doc, where you at now? Where you at now? Okay, they not even gonna win the NFC North.
Hey, everyone that's watching, again, I know we're doing you're on multiple platforms. By all means, comment live just like these jokers here.
Yeah, please do. Yeah. Let's get some more weight and some weigh-ins on this. Okay, this is a heavyweight fight right now. Better than that faux pas that I thought Tank Davis. Speaking of fights, I thought Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson was really getting ready to be a thing. Got me posting it. Find out it's a fake post. They not getting ready to do nothing. Man, this is unbelievable.
Oh, Jelly Roll and MGK are there at in Cleveland tonight.
Okay, yeah, Jelly Roll. All right, yeah, we'll get your little Debbie snacks somewhere else. You're not gonna get him here. He's sipping that Lucia if he think the Lions ain't taking the North again. Get him, Doc. Get him, baby. That's right. We got some championship action right here, boys. Absolutely, we do. Absolutely. He said, Doc waiting. He said, oh, that overpaid scrub and love ain't about to stop nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. This is
scrub.
Yeah. Oh, wait, matter of fact, what's today? Saturday night?
Yes.
Oh, why we ain't mention Bud Crawford getting ready to fight what's his name? Isaac Asimov.
I know.
Isaac Asimov.
I told you we got Redneck Brawl on, we got WWE on, we got the fights going on.
Okay, so again,
UFC tonight.
At first glance, nobody wants to see grinding on the mat for 28 minutes. So at first glance, do you have a problem with anybody and where they are ranked?
Absolutely. The Houston Texans should be higher, and the Buffalo Bills should be in the 20s.
I'm with you on that. The Texans should be higher, but we can already make a case for why KC is number one. Patrick Mahomes, and Andy Reid. I mean, that's a leap.
I don't know. Did you see that rookie getting thrown around?
What rookie?
The Chiefs rookie. Apparently. So again, two things out there that are worth noting. First of all, Drake May apparently looks like he's going to be, he's done in May already, apparently. And then additionally, the rookie for the Chiefs he's been thrown around by the defense. So apparently the glaring issues from paying Mahomes, according to some, are going to really reveal themselves along with Kelsey's age this year. That's the predictions. I don't know if that's haterade or if it's going to be factual, but I did see that rookie getting thrown around by the defense.
Okay, well, first off, let me remind you all of what my man Rob Billy weighing in again. He said that's why the Rams got rid of Goff and took your quarterback Stafford. Texans and Bills should swap spots. The Texans, the Texans should, right. The Texans actually could be where the Cowboys are at.
Wait a minute. Dallas. There you go. Here's DB. All right.
Oh, my man D Banner. Oh, D Banner in the building, baby. He's about to go down. DB, where you been at, man? I hope everything's good with you and the family and everybody's good on that side of town, on that side of the pond. But yeah, we was waiting for you to come on. That's what we
hopefully our guy D Runk. I hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, man. D
Runk. Mr. Time was out in St. Louis and he was just tearing everything apart. He left everything in his wake with bad
Mr.
reviews.
Time?
He tore Emo's Pizza apart. And he just I can't believe it.
Doc, who is Xavier? Doc weighing in again. He's saying Xavier and then got put out of the playoffs by the very team that traded him. Who are we talking about? I have no idea. Who's Xavier, Doc? Can we get some context on that?
Professor Xavier. Come on, use the mind.
Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah. Really? That's what we doing here? Okay. That's a shot at my age. I'm double nickels, baby. I got an AARP card. Don't make me have to pull it out and use it on you. To my man Herm Arvey, that's been on the show here a couple of times. Let me all.
Hey, he said he wanted to do a drop for the show too.
I know. We got to do my man. Shout out to my man Herm. That's right, Herm right there. That's right, baby. Former Brown, Cleveland Brown and Baltimore Raven. You told me a long time ago. He said, "What you're seeing in OTAs versus what you're seeing." My bad. Comments ran together. Okay, Doc. Yeah, that's okay. Stop. Doc is on the loose. Yeah, we can see this early in the evening. Shame on him. I was telling you, man, Stafford's got put out of the playoffs by Goff and the Pride. Oh, wow. Herm told me a long time ago, he said, don't get excited by what you see a guy doing in OTAs. Oh, man, fine. We got Gully back. Shout out to that. You know what I'm I'm glad you could get. I mean, this guy got a face for radio, just like me. I'm just saying. Herm was set. Well, Doc is weighing in again. My gosh, can y'all give me a chance to, not have run-on sentences
Come on,
here?
finish your thoughts.
And I was saying Xavier was the name of the player that was getting bullied on the field. Oh, okay, got you. Herm told me that what you see a guy doing in OTAs and mini camps and all of that, whatever, not mini camps, OTAs, and basically in shorts and shirts is not the same as when they get to put the pads on. He said when he was in Baltimore, they had a dude running around, flying around, and when they was in shorts and just helmets, he was like, everybody was like, oh, he that guy. He said they put them pads on, you couldn't find that same guy. Like, where's Waldo? I'm just saying. So when you talk about the rookie getting manhandled, that's because they got them pads on. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know who the Khalil Macks and the Ray Lewises are. And I'm in the Sean Taylors and the Ed Reeves. I'm just saying, and the Troy Polamalas or whatnot is when they put them pads on. That's when you know what you got when you got to get to get. You know what I'm saying? Gully, you want to weigh in on that or no? We're looking at the power rankings here. Now, obviously, Double J, I'm going to switch this here because let's see. Oh, wait a minute. What happened? What'd you do there? What happened there? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Who wants to see me on TV? What are you doing there? All right, there we go. Stop messing with the buttons.
Looked like the Brady Bunch thing was going on.
Oh, wow. Really? There's a story. But never mind. I was from this.
You got to sing the whole thing, too.
No, I was not. I was not.
Yeah.
I was just going to sing a portion in piecemeal is what I was going to do. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Double J, will you stop leaving messages in the private message? Like my eyes keep going over here and over there. Doc weighing in again. Oh, and don't forget when we in year 2 of our rebuild and ran Rodgers out of the playoffs and out of Green Bay. Hey, Doc, while we at it right quick, can you give me your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers? Because he overrated to me. Because the whole idea is me and Rob Billy keep going back and forth about Eli Manning. Rob Billy states that Eli Manning will only get into the NFL Hall of Fame based off his last name. I said, no, he'll get in the Hall of Fame because he beat Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre.
No, he'll get into the Hall of Fame based off of Tom Brady's last name.
Oh, shout out to Gully. You know what I'm saying? Rob Billy is a Packer hater fan of everybody else, the field. How about that? But he called me a hater. Okay, yeah, you hate that Eli Manning beat Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Because what's Aaron Rodgers' record in NFC championships? Okay. All right. For all them accolades and all of that, because again, I asked him this question, but I still have yet to get an answer. But since you live right now, we're on national television here, national television. Tell me, you call Tom Brady. Why is Tom Brady called the GOAT? Based on what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Sharon Rodgers and the other guy in LA in the NBA, they get passes because I've heard the other guy called the GOAT and Aaron Rodgers, called the GOAT, but yet and still, it ain't for the same reason that they call Tom Brady the GOAT. I wish I'll make up my mind. Okay, anyway, let's get back to some of these power rankings. That's what I thought. Yeah, the Crickets in Cleveland. That's what should be the title of the new SummerSlam. Oh, anyway, Doc, you ain't have to say it. You know what I'm saying? It was rhetorical. His accomplishments.
Well, you got to understand. GOAT quarterback. We need to put that in.
I don't care. GOAT. Okay, whether GOAT quarterback, but he's called the GOAT. Is he called Tom Brady the GOAT? Is he called that because he has less than more of what they all go there for? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, I'm with you, Doc. I'm with you on that 600,000 passing yards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. But anyway, let's get back to some of these doggone. Gully, you got a problem with the rankings so far? The power rankings?
Wow, they got the Lions at 2.
Yeah, and see the whole thing is like.
No, wait a minute. Have y'all went from like worst to first, or you just
no, we going 1, 2 all the way down the line is what we doing.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, the question is like, okay, like we know why he got the Chiefs. We want to know, kind of get in his mind, like why would he have these teams ranked in these spots? So we know why he got the Chiefs ranked at 1. It's got to be Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, right?
Yeah, I mean they're the defending Super Bowl champs, and
okay,
that championship formula, even with through acquisitions or whatnot, looks to be unchanged.
Okay, so then why do you think he would have the Lions at 2?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why the Lions would be at 2.
Double J, you got the perplexed look on your face. Why do you think the Lions?
They're better than the weaknesses of the team are gone. Sutton is no longer there at the corner. They addressed that.
Okay.
They went and the additions to the team have been improved. The line is there, stable altogether. And then, of course, now from the receiver position, you're going to have Jamison Williams is cooking people right now. And
okay, I'm with you.
Think about how close they were already, right?
But would you have them above the 49ers, though? The 49ers didn't.
Yes, look at what's going on. Think of the pulse of that team right now, which is the Brandon Ayuk issues. Just start there.
Yeah.
The fact that you're hearing they're trying to lighten the workload on Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, but wait a minute. So are you telling me then that in this guy's mind, hypothetically, we're just trying to play mindful advocate here, that he's not factoring in his ranking? He's not factoring in. I know that's a new word. Y'all like that. Okay, shout out to Jay for making
up a new word for the day. They got a team bloodline right now with Solo.
Yeah. Jay Solo. That's what you want me to do? You want to go Jay Solo? We can do that.
No. The Timu bloodline.
Oh, wow. Really? So he's not factoring in the fact that the 49ers were in the last 2 NFC championships? That doesn't play a part in this? Don't everybody speak at once.
Yeah. Well, no. Think of it this way.
If it is, then you got to have the 49ers above the Lions.
No. Understand this too. 49ers have been in the last 2 conference championships, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And since Shanahan has been head coach, they've been in like 4 of the last 5, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
right. Going back Super Bowl 2020. So they have not yet won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
And what we're recognizing is that this year 4 of probably a prime or a peak of this roster, largely constructed the way that it is, without a rebuild, right?
Okay.
They have not yet won a Super Bowl. They've been close, but how many opportunities do you get to be close without winning? Like, think of
all right. So you might be explaining why they're at 3. But that's not explaining why they're not at 2, or why the Lions,
are at 2.
Exactly. And that ain't no knock against the Lions, because for all of what you just mentioned about the 49ers, what have the Lions done, to be honest?
Well, Double J said it. What basically, if you look at the way the team was comprised, the way the team was made up.
What happened there? What? Double J, stop playing with the button. This is unbelievable, man. This is unbelievable.
Yo, we gotta have a show. Double J, stop playing with
the buttons.
I'm trying to give Gully some talk space.
He don't need no talk space.
Max headroom.
So disrespectful on this Saturday night, baby, at 11 p.m. at night. Could you please put it back on the right frame so everybody can see? This guy. Oh my! Thank you. Leave it alone.
But
Rob Billy is weighing in again. He's saying this coming from.
I'm under the comment, bro.
Okay, well that's fine for now. Just stay under.
Well, y'all leave the comments hanging up there. I'll be the said that.
Double J, stop.
Yes, because now you can see the comment. You can see me talking, and you can see you, and you can see.
But we can't see the power rankings.
But we ain't even talking about the rankings at rows 6, 7, and 8.
We don't want to see you though. But we do want to see you. I guess.
No. You said it, bro. No, go ahead.
Don't go nowhere this time. Oh my God. You got to face the radio.
You know what?
Anyway,
go ahead.
Rob Billy is saying this is coming from an organization that has the same amount of championships as the Vikings. Nobody worried about Detroit this year. Hey, that's disrespectful. That's just all disrespectful. Doc weighing in again. Hold up. He said you should. Them Packers will be lucky to have a better record than the Bears this year. Oh, Doc, you can't wrong for that. D Banners, what's up? What it do, DB? All right, defensive back, baby. That's what it is. Well, we got another. Oh, the comments. Rodgers is back. Jets should be ranked higher.
Rodgers was back last year. And
exactly.
The first play from scrimmage happened.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. He can't get out of the way of his fandom. That Rob Billy guy. $220 million after seeing a scrub get lucky for 7 games is insane. Woo, we got it going on,
Hello,
baby.
police. Shots fired.
Yes, exactly.
Listen, understand that. Well, I think we talked about it last week. Remember, there's a new TV deal on the horizon, right? If not after this season or the next, correct?
I believe so. There, and I was going to mention that earlier, Double J, when we was talking about the buying shares and such. So that means the guaranteed contract should coincide or fall in line with the new TV deals, right?
So certainly the NFLPA will be making.
Hey, look at the WNBA, right? Who just signed that big deal, and that money. This is the problem with signing those contracts, and again, they will hold it in front of your face until you can renew it. So you better make sure you either have some kind of clause in there that if a deal is done in between time, we will increase at the variable rate, because these TV deals have yet to go down. At which point, you know what? I would say that's fair.
Right.
If
that's
they
why
were to go down, then you know what? Then the deals should follow by that. We'll call it whatever that varying percentage is. But that
would mean you got to have a player rep in place who understands that and will communicate that to the lesser players.
And you know what? My services are for hire, because
that's all good, because DeMaurice Smith, he was working both sides of the room, buddy.
That's embarrassing.
What's embarrassing?
That the clowns in charge they're great at reading paperwork.
You don't think that happened, Double J? You don't think that the press for you don't think that the NFLPA has argued that?
But
not enough. And this is the problem.
No, I don't think so.
With like most entities and organizations that allow voting, whether it's the United Auto Workers, United Steel Workers, that you have
United States,
you have people at varying wealth gaps, some that can hold out and many that can't. And so someone will throw an extra chip in there, or maybe some dip, and they're going to say, all right, let's do it.
But that's my point, Gully. At the end of the day, is DeMaurice Smith still at the NFLPA, he's the guy, right?
If he is, then that should really tell you everything.
That's my point. He's working both sides. So the players are not going to get what they should get from the guy sitting in front of them when they in these rooms.
I would, as a player, I would demand a independent third party.
Well, but what if you don't know to do that as a player?
Then what are you doing?
If I'm putting
my
body on the line,
this goes back to Lamar Jackson signing his own deal and then leaving $750,000.
Well, that's who, really, to tell you the truth, that's who should probably be the next NFLPA rep, is his mother.
Well, look, I told you, I'm on record. Look, I didn't have the law degree at the time. I was in school, and I negotiated a deal. I actually got an agent fired.
Whoa.
And then
how did that?
Well, no, I mean, it's not like he lost his agency or something.
Oh, okay.
He lost a client, and the client was getting a raw deal. I helped make someone $1.8 million additional dollars that were otherwise not on the table as an 18-year-old.
Okay, well, shout out to Double J for that. But can I ask you this question? Why are the Dallas Cowboys at 5 at all, which DB pointed out? And what is it about this guy that puts the Ravens at 4?
Because first of all, we got to understand this. The reason why the Cowboys continue to be a laughingstock, or it's great to dump on the Cowboys, is because no one ever says, and I say no one, and I'm saying that generally, but sort of specifically, no one ever says that the Cowboys are not talented. For at least for the last decade,
right,
it's been a case of them failing to meet expectations because the talent is there. Nobody's saying that they're overrated in terms of what I'm saying is they're not overrated in terms of that guy is not as good as he says he is, in the sense of he don't have the talent that we think. They just come up short.
Doc, I don't think they're America's team no more. They might be Brazil's team before it's all said and done. But
there's a difference.
Are they even Texas's team at this point?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Doc weighed in again. They're
That's
good
too
in the
early,
regular
man.
season,
It's
not
too
good enough to
early. It's
make a
kind of
deep
like
playoff push.
Why, Gully? Because you know what? The Cowboys last Super
it's too
Bowl,
early.
the Texans
No,
weren't even in existence.
It's too early because listen, for the last 4 seasons, the LA Clippers have been a better franchise overall than the Lakers. But it's still LA is still Lakers.
No, Gully. Look,
Yes,
Bubble
they are.
title or
Yes.
not, they have won a championship in this century.
But no,
They have won a championship in this century. That's a
Listen.
moot point between the Lakers and the Clippers.
No,
It's not, because based on Laker lore and legacy and lineage and all that other good stuff, winning 1 in 13,000 years, I'm being facetious.
That's still one more than the Clippers' entire organization.
Since 2020, first of all, since 2021, how many the Lakers have for the last 3 seasons, the Lakers have been to just as many conference championships as the Clippers.
You're really going that micro?
No, the Clippers have been a better performing franchise for the
last.
That's
they have
stretching
no
it.
rings.
No, it's not stretching it. No,
That is
I'm saying the Lakers won the title in 2020.
Okay.
All right,
can
we go to a conference championship in 2023?
All right, can we get back to football?
But what I'm saying is,
you.
for the same reason, the Texans are an exciting team. That's Houston, okay? The Texans are an exciting team for the state of Texas, but they don't have the pedigree and they don't have the storied. They don't have the franchise story.
You're right, because they've existed for 25 years.
So what?
Heck, the Texans are going to be the team to beat in Texas.
75 years. So if we were to fast forward an additional 50, right? Again, all it takes is
How can
one
you do
Super
that?
Bowl from even just an appearance.
It doesn't take one Super Bowl. It won't take. Listen, even if going back to the Clippers example, even if the Clippers had won like they were supposed to, if they had won just one like they were supposed to, it still would be the Lakers' time. It's not going to change. You're not going to change.
Yeah, you're not going to change that, bro.
No, but again, well, on the Cowboys' hand, right? Let's say, unfortunately, Father Time wins between itself and the ownership group.
The Cowboys are marketable. The Cowboys are marketable because they're Jerry. It's always drama and headlines surrounding them, no matter what time of the season it is or what time of the year it is. Okay, the Texans are up and coming.
More, right? We just said he. So it sounds like both of you are in agreement that not only should CD Lamb get paid, which I totally support, but Dak Prescott, who has now fallen to the 15th position in quarterback pay scale.
Okay, whoa. Hell. Listen, exclude me from that. I'm always for any player getting paid. Whether I've got a problem with the player, his game, or whatever the case may be, I'm always for the player. Because you look at ownership.
But does he deserve top 10 money? He's got a top 5 team according to this.
Listen. When we talk about owners that buy NFL franchises or NBA or NHL franchises and they are like toys to them, yeah. Every player that plays and suits up deserves every dollar they get, in my opinion. I'm not going to ever question whether a player should get paid. I don't care who you are. They all should get paid. That's number one. Number two, if you look at the Cowboys roster, just their roster alone, they are every year for how many years paper champions.
You really
but it does not translate to the playoffs, as like the case with Aaron Milbane Rodgers.
I don't think that roster is really all that good.
Championship roster, bro. It's a paper. You can put that Dallas Cowboys roster on paper. Not
better than the Lions.
Well, I don't know all of the Lions roster, but I'm saying the Dallas Cowboys roster, if you look at their roster alone on paper, they are, you could say, oh yeah, they paper champions. You would bet on it.
What?
You would bet on it. Most people would take the over or whatever the case, whatever it is. They take that in a heartbeat. Doc weighing in again. He said they're good during the regular season, just not good enough to make a deep playoff push. Yeah, heck, the Texans are going to be. I played that already. Double J, what are you doing here? Oh my gosh, hide the comments. Anyway, let's keep going on. He said on paper, I'm not taking the Cowboys. Of course, you're not.
Right. Who would you rather have, the Houston roster or the Dallas roster, Mr. Paper Champ?
Listen.
Listen.
I said on paper, every year for how many years the Cowboys are champions, paper champions. It does not materialize in the playoffs. I'm taking the Texans because I'm not taking the Texans because of their roster. I'm taking the Texans because of CJ Stroud. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Thank you, Doc. You're a little late, $12 late and $2 short. Anyway, the Buffalo Bills should not be at 6, in my opinion. The Ravens, I don't have a problem with them being at 4. The Browns actually could replace the Bills at 6. The Texans could replace the Cowboys at 5. The Bills and the Cowboys, Dale is coming back. Yeah, I know, Doc. Yeah. Is D. Watson and a healthy Chubb enough to overtake the Ravens? Ooh, man, I knew D. Ben. I knew it. He was just waiting in the wings for. See what I'm saying? This is what he do. He come on here and ask a question that I ain't even got no answer to. Oh my gosh, who got a squad? The Texas defense would be the only downfall. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that, Doc. I don't know.
I Texans think that the defense will.
Yes, no, I think so. It's gonna be better. Yeah, way better. D'Amico Ryans he's not gonna not have a good defense, bro.
I used to win in Madden 08 just off of Andre Johnson.
I knew that was coming.
I will tell you that right now.
Okay,
the bullpen was happening.
Boy, I knew that was coming. How did I not see that coming? Anywho, the Packers actually. I put the Packers. Oh man, I hate to say this. Okay. If this first column, 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 7, 8, I'm taking the Cowboys and the Bills. Doc said, I'm not saying they're going to be bad, but it's going to be the reason they don't make it far in the playoffs. The Cowboys? The Cowboys if you're talking about the Cowboys always look sexy into the playoffs. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about the Cowboys until they win. They can't even win a wild card. I watched the Steelers, Browns fans, arch nemesis rivals, whatever. Go to with Ben Roethlisberger's noodle arm burger, go to a wild card and go all the way to the Super Bowl. James Harrison interception of Kurt Warner, who's overrated. Anyway, excuse me, had to get that out. Oh, Texans, yeah. I'm taking the Bills out.
Circle of wagons.
I'm taking the Bills and the Cowboys out. And the Packers, Texans, and the Browns, you can shift them up or down however you want to.
So the Browns would be 5th.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
put the Browns. Yeah, the Browns can stay in that column. Once we get to, I'm putting the Packers. The Packers and the Rams, 9 through 16, is it?
Mm-hmm.
The Packers and the Rams would go, and they could take the place of the Cowboys and the Bills for me. And you can flip-flop them 5, 6, however you want to do it.
So you got the Packers at 5 or 6 and the Rams at 5 or 6. And the Bills and Cowboys are 9 and 14.
No, the Bills and Cowboys are shucks. Yeah, you could. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't see how the Jets are at 10, except again for Aaron Rodgers.
Man,
the Dolphins. Why you couldn't put the Dolphins above the Jets? Because of why they playoff? They probably shouldn't be.
I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting.
The playoff flop.
Yeah. Well, they're looking at how the roster is comprised this season. I guess you know what I mean.
Double J, what say you though? Or
the Dolphins?
Oh, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Double J is having a Lucia moment. Sorry about that. He's over here sipping on the sauce. The Bengals, what would validate or justify, the Bengals being at 13 even?
I think because of the uneasiness behind the wide receiver situation and then what they're doing at running back.
Okay.
Like the talent for the wide receiver group, talent is there, but we know that it's contracts and you know what I'm saying? There are issues with players maybe potentially wanting to be there or not being there. And then you lost your starting running back after the season before that, you lost your relief running back. So what about the running game? Is the jury's still out on the running game.
Yeah, Doc weighed in again. He said the Dolphins can't win in the cold. They cannot. They can't win in cold weather. They deserve to be out of the top 10. I'm gonna tell you something else. The Steelers at 15 is a travesty too. I know as Browns fans don't like that. Okay, my bad.
Where should they be then?
They could be at 9 easy. Easy. The Steelers have not missed the playoffs in how many years? All our lives. Okay. That alone put them at 9. Okay, for mine.
Yeah, and for them, and even in seasons where they were 1 and done in the playoffs,
they still had a winning regular season record.
And the Steelers are not an easy out.
No matter what they looking like in the regular season.
Thank you. Correct.
Thank you.
Except for now, that's what makes Baker Mayfield's win over the Steelers a surprise in the playoffs. Because we beat the brakes off of them. Remember, Ben Roethlisberger was crying.
Well, we knew that's because that arm was nullified.
Yeah, but I'm saying, right, so that
noodlified, excuse me.
That game was
all right, let's move over to 17 through 24. Is that right? The Colts. I don't know. I put the
they got the Falcons at 18. You know, with your quarterback.
Don't start that. Doc weighing in again. Steelers should be higher, but not number 9. Well, who you want them to go, Doc? 8.5? My gosh, what are we doing here? The Colts, Falcons. I'd redo that. I'd put the Falcons higher. Where I'm not sure. And don't get it twisted. Baker Mayfield lightweight coming. You think they win the NFC South this year?
Yes, I think they still win it. I think they
over
win
your boy Kirk Cousins.
I'm listen.
So in other words, I'm just saying, man, getting a little tongue-tiedation over there, buddy. You ain't got nothing to say. There's crickets in Cleveland. Okay. Double J, where you putting the Falcons, Colts, Jaguars? Oh, and let me go back to this. The Packers whiteout uniforms are ugly.
Well, I'm certainly moving the Chicago Bears. I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts, see if there's any truth to this, that they're saying the system that, kind of that check with me system that USC has, it will bother Caleb Williams having to run a traditional style.
Okay. I don't know who they are, but they need to stop talking. Who knows? Who cares?
Dan Orlovsky.
Oh, my God. Dan Orlovsky was garbage at Connecticut. He was hot garbage. A lot of people don't even know he played football quarterback. Listen. I would take Ryan Tannehill going from wide receiver to quarterback at Texas A&M than I would Dan Orlovsky playing all his years at Connecticut at quarterback at the position. My gosh, Dan Orlovsky. Man, stop it. They give anybody a microphone these days. And I'm not even including myself. I already know I got a face where I'll tell you I don't belong here. But I'm just saying Dan Orlovsky don't. He don't either. If I don't, he shan't not. Anywho.
And then Joe Burrow is doing his best. Eminem came in with the bleach hair.
Yeah, I saw that. You know what I'm saying? Now here we are on the 3-1-3.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man.
I'm just saying.
I think somebody talked to him.
What you talking about?
I think that was a push, man. I feel like he got encouraged
to go blonde.
No, on some serious note, I think he got encouraged to change his look.
Well, he already joked. I mean, I don't know. He was Joe Cool to me.
What is this, like a Britney Spears moment? Like he just
saying.
Wow.
I think he got encouraged to kind of separate himself.
So what you saying? He did it again?
I'm saying that. All right. So do you remember when Deshaun Watson was acquired by the Browns?
Oh,
and then,
was wrong for that.
When Deshaun Watson.
So
when Deshaun Watson was acquired from the Browns,
required or acquired?
Lamar Jackson, and I forgot who was at the quarterback for Pittsburgh.
Mason Rudolph.
No,
Hey.
after Mason Rudolph.
Hey, hold up. Did you what Mason Rudolph? Who's the Steelers quarterback?
Will Levis.
No. Mason, yeah, I'm sorry, in the Titans, my bad. Mason Rudolph and Will Levis got into a fight. And Mason Rudolph had the nerve to basically tell Will Levis he's a bum. Seriously? Yeah, maybe that helmet to the head really did a little bit more damage, I'm saying, than we all thought it did. Because I'm trying to tell you, the last person to be. Oh, my bad, Gully. I was stealing your thunder. Sorry.
No, you good. It was like
all
a
right.
meme.
Keep going then, Lion-O.
It was a meme that that the AFC North got all black quarterbacks. And it was when like Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. I forgot who was the quarterback at Pittsburgh at the time.
Rick James.
I'll move on. Just go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I know how to re-steer it. What we looking at on the Seattle Seahawks side? Think Geno is a guy. Should they be up higher? I would have put the Chargers in the second column. Had just the issues with Justin Herbert. So apparently he got a foot injury that might be the.
You would have put him ahead of the Bears?
Oh, it's no question.
Okay.
Jim Harbaugh, look, bro. Everywhere Jim Harbaugh has been and went.
Yeah,
I'm talking about even back when he was a player. San Diego.
You talking about when he was wait a minute? Did he play quarterback? Did he ever play quarterback at San Diego?
I'm not sure. I know Brian Sipe did. NFL MVP 1980, baby. I'm just saying.
That's a Browns quarterback.
Okay. Anywho, yeah, everywhere Jim Harbaugh has gone.
Yeah, no, even as a player, right? Remember,
I
still remember. Listen, I don't care what nobody said. I still remember the '95 season.
I was just you talking about the AFC Championship.
Charles Johnson stepped out of bounds, man.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Charles
did.
Johnson, if they call that right,
the Colts win that game.
The Colts played.
Yes.
Now the Colts. Wait.
And they still had a chance to win at the end.
Yeah, the Colts played the Cowboys. Now I think it looked even worse, though.
What you mean?
If the Colts go to the Super Bowl versus the Cowboys, that 95 Cowboys team. I don't.
No, because the Steelers, if I'm not mistaken, the Steelers beat the Cowboys.
No.
No. That's right. Because Neil O'Donnell threw two of them. That game, as they say, was fixed. Neil O'Donnell threw two of them to Darren Woodson.
Yeah,
he threw them right to him. Ginobili.
Right.
I'm just saying, come on, it's just some moments, man, that just make like Herm used to say, this one of them things that make you go,
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
Yeah, but to your
point,
point,
is on the up and up. Okay, but anyway.
Right, but to your point, like Harbaugh listen, his name, his presence on your football team will drive your franchise up. Your franchise is going to improve. They're going to make an initial splash, and they're going to improve. So I firmly agree with that. And that being said, I think you're right. I would put them in there. Probably I would maybe flip flop the Bears and the Chargers.
Yeah, because the Bears should not be at 16. No disrespect to my folks up in Chi. You know what I'm saying? Tony Lopez, the parlay. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Big Folk Barnes and all them other cats that roll down there and do what they do. Tommy Lee and all that and whatnot. But the Bears at 16, why? Because of Caleb Williams, he was the number one pick. What did Tony Dungy say? He said, any pick can be a hit or miss, regardless of where picked and when. The key to a successful pick being picked in the first round is, do you have the folks in place who understand how to minimize the risk? And can we say that about the Chicago Bears, honestly? That's what I thought. No, we cannot. The Bears should not be at 16. Matter of fact, they should really, to tell you the truth, they should be at 34th. I'm just saying they should. In this last column here. So wait, no, let's go back to the third column here. So out of those from 17 to 24, I don't know where I would put whom and where and what, but I'm telling you all right now, look out for the Falcons, the Bucks, and the Chargers. The Saints, they getting ready to be in what's called NFL obscurity. Drew Brees is not coming through that door. Yeah.
Do you think Anthony Richardson is back enough to have them at 17, say, versus 23?
No, I do like Anthony Richardson. And I was listening to a talk show about maybe a week ago, and they were talking about Anthony Richardson and the Colts and the expectations from fans. If they do better, then that's fine. But I see them as an up-and-coming squad with him. Maybe in another 2 years, per se. there'll be somebody to really, really hone in on. But I don't think so, not right now. But out of that column, 17 to 24, the only teams I'm looking at, really, tell you the truth, you know, that I'm keeping my eye on. Doc weighing in again, he said Richardson looked good behind the helm before he got injured. Yeah, no, it's no question. Because, you know, when he was drafted, a lot of folks, that was my point I made then about Tony Dungy, what Tony Dungy said, because where he was picked, a lot of so-called experts, you know, some of them same people, not literally, but figuratively, who said Steph Curry after that tournament run at Davidson, you know, all the experts said, oh, no, look at the scouting report on that guy. He ain't going to be, but we all see how that turned out. So they said, oh, why would you take Anthony Richardson? Oh, my gosh, because that's the reason why you're on TV telling lies, even though you're getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Mel Kiper never picked anything right, I don't think, you know, for the rest of that. But anyway, I'm glad the coach didn't listen to Mel Kiper. He's most definitely their franchise quarterback. No question about that, Doc. They just got to throw that back up there again. They just got to get some more offense around him. Yeah, no question about it. Too bad Edgerrin James ain't still around. Anywho, yeah, keep your eye for the Chargers, Bucks, and Falcons out of that column right there. I'm telling you, man, if Justin Herbert, because he didn't took a beating unnecessary, Staley is the reason why Justin Herbert has, in my opinion, the injuries that he's had to this point.
Why? How?
Because of the foolish situations that he put him in.
Okay.
He took a sternum shot, not last year, I think maybe the year before.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't see how he got up from that. Mr. Fourth down, going for it on your own 19, minus 19 in the end zone. Yeah, where's Hugh? Anyway. Hugh Jackman. I'm just saying. Oh, but that Wolverine, by the way.
You've seen it?
No, I didn't. Khalil did.
You've heard about the cameo scene around the world, right?
No, I don't. And don't spoil it for me. Stop it. Anyway. In our last column here, Kyler Murray, Double J's favorite quarterback. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, Kyler Murray is going to be the next, Y.A. Tittle. What happened to that? I'm just saying. Explain yourself.
He came back last year and he was tearing teams up basically by himself.
Okay, well, that's not going to happen this year. They can get a hold of him, buddy. They can get a hold of that guy. Trust and believe. Your Kyler Murray days are done. You're going down, Kyler. The Raiders, what we expect from the Vegas Raiders? There's too much money out there in Vegas for the Raiders to not. They're in the AFC West, so ain't nothing they can do with Mahomes. They might get a wild card this year. I do like Antonio McDavid.
Antonio McDice, like fire up my NBA Live 96.
Oh,
you the one said it. That's a whole other sport.
I'm just saying, but did you have to say that? The Giants, they're going to regret not paying Saquon because Daniel Jones.
Saquon is in Philadelphia now, right?
Yeah, they're going to regret not paying Saquon because Daniel Jones is not the one. The Washington Commanders, who was even on that team anymore? Is Mark Rippon? Did he suit up for them? Is he suiting up for them this year?
He might as well.
Just saying. The Denver Broncos, I think John Elway said something about he regretted not drafting who? Who did he regret not drafting?
Josh Allen.
Oh, okay. Who say that? And the Patriots, Bill Belichick is
gone.
That's over with. He out hanging without his little 22-year-old or 25-year-old.
Got that hoodie on.
I'm just saying. Yeah,
I'm wondering if he gonna let her wear his hoodie.
Oh, no. I like you, but I don't love you like that. I'm just trying to say you can't wear the hoodie, baby.
Yeah.
No, you can't wear the hoodie. And then the Panthers. Right.
Say that. They leave it there. And then the Panthers.
What you want me to tell you? You know what I mean? The Vikings should be lower. I would put the Raiders and the Cardinals maybe over in the third column above the Vikings and the Seahawks. But I would put the Chargers at 17. I'll leave the Falcons at
all right. So
18.
here's a question.
I'll move the Jaguars down. California kid that's a wrap for them. So Urban Meyer's messed up that he messed up that organization for the next 26 minutes.
Yo, he had fun doing it though, boy.
He sure did. He came in. He did one of Double J's numbers.
No, don't say that though. You gonna put Double J on the couch. Urban Meyer had some fun down in Jacksonville.
All right. What were you gonna say?
Top 2 has just came out, Gully, and it was not enough for Cody Rhodes so far. He kicked out of that too.
What happened?
So two things in the
This is the WWE update, by the way, people. Go ahead.
Priest lost the title because of his help. His help put Gunther's leg on the rope. So the Judgment Day.
So Gunther is the new World Heavyweight Champion?
Yeah. And so the first two, Tonga Loa came out in the Cody Rhodes solo fight, if you want to call it. And then Kevin Owens, Randy Orton came out, kind of nullified them. And right now it is the last one of the bloodline helpers, if we want to call it that, who's working on Cody Rhodes right now. And so
but that's the main event, right? This is the main event.
Who's going to come be the equalizer? Is this where Roman Reigns returns? Or
no. Roman Reigns not coming back, bro.
Till Survivor Series.
Exactly. When The Rock comes back.
He just put Cody through the table. And he actually looks like he hurt himself, literally.
Who did?
Wake up Fatu. Looks like
Fatu hurt himself?
Yeah, like he hit his ankle, the ball of his ankle on the corner of the announce table.
Ooh.
That looks like an ACL, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's struggling. Either he's that good of an actor, or he may have actually the refs coming to do the double check.
Did they do the X? You see an X?
That's what I'm looking for.
I think they may have changed the cue now.
He just went like that. I think that means no go. I'm done.
Oh, wow. Really? Man, it's going down, baby, in the WWE SummerSlam. Well, I got to tell you what the action so far that I saw before we came on here was, and from what Dable J. Oh my goodness. I thought I was gonna be able to get through it. I thought I was gonna be able to get through the show without doing that, right? Anyway, the little commentary that Double J has given us, I can say has made up for the very, very bad stadium preparation situation, because the way they had it set up, bro, it was horrendous.
Well, we got green shirt guy and the Trinidad guy, both are in attendance as well. So
who's the Trinidad guy?
There's always a guy wearing a Trinidad and Tobago shirt.
Oh, okay.
That's where he's from.
Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, I got you. Anyway, let's keep going. That's it for our NFL Power Rankings. You all can send us an email, or you all can go to our Facebook fan page, the Shop Report, and weigh in and say if you agree with our picks. I don't know.
The music just dropped.
What music? Who's coming?
Chief is back.
Head of the table. Head of the table.
Who's coming? Who's coming? Stop. Tell us who.
They panned out. The music has dropped.
Yeah, head of the table.
Who's head of the table?
Roman Reigns.
Don't. No. Oh, okay. All right. That's it. That's it. I got it.
Yep. And he is back.
There he is.
Oh boy. This is about to shake things up, because if he comes back, what is he going to do? Is he going to help? Is he going to help Solo get that title, or is he going to come back to avenge the bloodline? We need to put that on the ticker.
Yeah. And on that note, y'all tune into the Turnbuckle Sunday and Monday, or Sunday or Monday, Sunday, Monday. You know what I mean? My co-host here, Double J and D Gully.
Hey man, this moment looks huge for Roman Reigns. I can see it in his eyes. Not to say that he's succumbing to it, but whatever he's about to do is about to be massive.
Okay, well, this is not the Turnbuckle.
We
can ready to get out of here. We can return the page.
You about to turn the page of the year.
Okay.
Oh boy,
here live
by himself.
All right. And on that note, on that note, I'll leave you with this quote.
Yep.
Take care of your tongue like the way you take care of gold and silver. How's it, Ali? And we out of here. It's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out at 9. Oh my gosh. Every day at 9 on the PM side, Saturday at 9 on the PM side, or right here on the yard. Or y'all can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Golden Grams, you know what they're saying, with the Shop's fan page, and of course, YouTube. And make sure when y'all over at the tube, please give us a subscribe. Hit that button. Ding, 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 the little Liberty Bell.
It's not over. It's not over.
Much obliged. Yeah, this is over. If that don't work, Google it. For my dudes, Be Rich, Double J, TJ, D Gully, and all those who follow and support, we say thank you. Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla, God, turnbuckle. I'm out.
All right.